With SecureGuard, Mike, and the technology that comes with it, the motion sensors, the heat sensors, I know we discussed several months ago in the office, in fact, right here, about fires, and if there was a way to manage better a potential fire through heat sensors and through those sensors, getting a hold of the fire departments, the owners, the managers. What does that do to help your brand when it comes to fire? Do you have any stories that you have of some fire-related instances that could have been negated?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, I think that to watching this evolve is one of the most exciting elements because fires are devastating to our industry, and probably everyone has a fire story. But I mean, one of the most interesting, and I've probably got a long list of interesting fire stories, was a young man whose grandmother would not allow him to keep his snakes in his grandmother's home, so he ended up going out and renting a self-storage facility and had heat lamps keeping his snakes warm. Unfortunately, the heat lamps were the cause of a fire, and it was again a devastating type situation where it not only created a problem, I mean, not only caused a loss to that particular unit, there were multiple units were damaged as a result of that heat lamp catching on fire, and unfortunately the loss of the snakes also. But what an interesting story. And like I said, we've got stories from individuals working on motorcycles, kicking over gas tanks and having floor heaters and catching the unit on fire. We've had candles knocked over and catching on fire. If it's one thing that I probably preach consistently today, it's about walking the facilities, premise inspections, and walking the facilities, identifying lease violators, and causing them to terminate that activity. And I think with what we're taught with technology, we're going to be able to expedite that process to the extent that we're going to be able to terminate and stop more lease violators in the future that are doing things in their units that they shouldn't be doing, especially when it comes to fire type liquids and things of that nature. So we're very excited about the opportunity to see that technology evolve and to be able to quickly allow the manager to contact the fire department and get them there to the facility as quickly as possible. Sometimes, I mean, hopes are that we could do it to the extent one day that it will totally eliminate any damage beyond the unit itself. But yeah, I think again, technology and the type of things you're talking about today are going to be critical to our future, and not only from what you're trying to accomplish, which is to enhance rent roll, increase the valuation of the self-storage facility. Through your efforts, our efforts in risk management, safety, loss control, we're going to be able to have a safer industry and be able to basically mitigate and reduce the cost associated with the various perils and exposures that we have today in the industry.